We all go through life accumulating things, experiences, and commitments. It's like filling out closets with stuff we rarely use, or our schedules with activities that drain our time and energy, or constant digital distractions that prevent us from being present. Just like decluttering your physical space can lead to a cleaner, more organized home, decluttering your life can lead to a more fulfilling life. What's preventing you from making space for what truly brings value and joy in your life? Before you create more space in your life, first you need to identify what are the things that are taking that space. Think about having a wardrobe full of clothes. If you buy new clothes and you add those between the other clothes that you already have, it's more likely for you to forget about them. Doesn't matter how beautiful the new clothes are or how expensive they are, if you mix those with the ones that you don't wear, at some point you'll forget about them. And the same thing applies about life. If you constantly worry or are overwhelmed or overthinking, just adding more things on your plate will not help you in any way. You'll just get overwhelmed or burned out. It took me a few years to be able to understand what are the things in my life that creates this clutter and how I'm able to declutter my life. And what I found are three major areas that I always look at them and identify what I can get rid of so I'm able to have more space to put into those areas. And the first and the most important area is the relationship one. You see, the people that you are surrounded by can influence you a lot, and the decisions that you are taking, the lifestyle that you have, can be extremely influenced by other people that you have around you. Either that it is your family or your friends or people that you are working with them every single day. When it comes to relationships, I tend to look at who are the people that are supporting me in following my dreams and who are the people that are all the time negative and they don't give me a vibe and energy to continue following my dream. I created in my life two groups of people that are supportive and positive, and people that are toxic and negative and that drain my energy away. And when it comes to the second group of people, some of the relationships are in my control, where there are other relationships that are not in my control. For example, in the workplace, I do not have control on who am I working with. Therefore, the things that I've been learning in the past years is to set boundaries and try to avoid to get into conversations that are negative or that are in a conflict, because I notice that those conversations, they drain my energy away. They don't provide me any valuable information to use for my tasks and the work that I have to do. Therefore, I try to stay away from them as much as possible. Where on the other hand, the people that are positives and supportive, I always look at them as a source of energy, knowing that whenever I'm around them, they create that positivity and they create that energy that I can use to be able to follow my dreams. Now, in the category of people that are positive, can be your friends, can be your family, and in my case are also communities that I found that are very supportive, and we are in this together. As a new business owner, as a new entrepreneur that just opened her YouTube channel, I needed to find a community with people that are in the same boat as me. And I know that being a YouTuber, sometimes I go through many struggles. And sometimes even if I go to my family or friends, they might not understand all these struggles that I'm going through. And even if they are very well intentional to help me with, sometimes they don't have that level of expertise. So when it comes to relationships, the best advice that I have here is to try to separate the people that you currently have in your life into groups. The ones that you know that you can go to and get that energy and that positivity to keep going forward, and people that you might need to work with, you might need to be around them, but try to limit your time and interaction with them as much as possible. Now, the second area that I'm looking to besides relationships is the mental area. And trust me that once you start with the relationships area and with the environment that you surrounded yourself with, the mental area will start improving as well. When I'm referring to mental area, I usually look at the conversations that I have with myself, the thoughts that I have, the words that I'm saying, the sentences that I'm saying, because when I'm saying that I'm not good enough, or maybe my English is not good enough, or I'm not skilled to do certain things, all these things create creates a clutter in my life that makes me feel small and insecure, and I don't feel that I'm capable of getting out from that area. Where on the other hand, if I'm using words like, I might not be skilled enough, but I'm in the process of learning new things, therefore I'm going forward to explore and see what is possible for me. You can see that instantly all that clutter, that small space that I previously created for myself expanded, and now there are many things that are possible for me to try. And when it comes to mental area, paying attention to your thoughts and what you are saying to yourself, and then whenever you catch yourself that you are saying something that doesn't serve you in any way, reverse those words and see what happens. And now the third and the last area is time commitments in alignment with your values. And I really want to highlight the words in alignment with your values. There are so many tools online that are teaching you or showing you or helping you to organize your time better or to set boundaries. But when it comes to time commitment, there is more than that. Because from my own experience, there have been so many times where I was able to set proper boundaries, to use specific tools to track my time and try to stay organized. And when I got more time, I didn't know what to do with it. I caught myself scrolling on social media or do other things that didn't serve me in any way to follow my dreams. So when it comes to time commitments that are aligned with your values, you need to identify which values are important to you. What are you standing by? What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? What is your vision? What are you looking your life to be like in 5 years, 10 years from now? And then make sure that whenever you get a small amount of extra time in your schedule, to fill it in with things that are in alignment with your values and your vision. Because otherwise you'll find yourself doing so many other things that are not helping you to move forward and follow your dreams. Before I knew about these three areas, relationships, mental, and time commitments in alignment with my values, I was going through many episodes of panic attacks or anxiety because I was feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling that I was doing so many things throughout the day without seeing the results that I was looking for. And I know that if you focus on these three areas, from my own experience, you'll build stronger relationships with people around you, you'll get more confident, and you'll also have more time and more space to fill it in with things that matter to you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What is preventing you from creating this space for things that are important to you today?